Hey guys, it's Tor. So it turns out that there's a bunch of guys that watch us while we're saving the world and adventuring and not doing things for ourselves and making a profit. It's kind of creepy because they sit around and talk about what we did and then they judge us. Listen to them for yourselves. Let us know what you think, and hopefully you also find it creepy.
So what were we supposed to do to beat the dog?
That one I actually left open.
Okay.
I was reading a thing on DMing, and they said every now and then don't build a ending to things. They said just throw something in there, and when somebody comes up with a good idea, and they always will, go with it. And I've been trying to. I've had a couple of them spattered through this arc where it was
That's
just
yes ending.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like, all right, whatever you guys come up with, let's go with it.
I like the octopus. I'm glad you gave it to me.
Yeah. That was another one. I had nothing for the skylight. I was like, hope you guys can figure it out.
So, I'm assuming we actually did everything mostly correctly? Like, we didn't...
Yeah, everything I had built in there, you guys did sometimes in zany ways.
Should we do it behind the screen?
Yeah, buddy, you're the last one to realize we've been doing the behind the screens currently?
You hit the button. I didn't know you hit the button. I were just being like,
the dynamic is back.
Conversational, and yeah, don't worry.
So you're pulling a me, but I do mine in the game.
You do yours behind the screen.
Behind the screen. When I'm on, I'm on.
Shit, this is what we're doing. I got some emails I can get back to. Just not paying attention. Oh, look at this news story.
Were we supposed to run into Toady, and, like, could we have killed him?
Yeah, I mean, that's, Toady is a minor character.
Just die off camera, basically.
Yeah.
Was that just like another, like, throw this in for the heck of it?
Yeah, it kind of was. It was actually part of, I was never happy with the way Toadie's story went.
Yeah.
Because, again, he was supposed to be there as a possible other option for getting through the Witch King Tower, and when it wasn't taken, he just kind of was like, all right, bye. And I didn't like having an NPC that, one of my players made just have that short moment. So I was like, all right, let me give him at least...
And now we're cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, give him a little
And
moment.
I like that it was very much part of a Jade mission, too. It wasn't just like he ran into him randomly throughout the game. It wasn't a rando encounter.
Exactly.
So I could even go to Jade and be like, Toadie's here, Jade.
Yeah.
What? He's here.
Yeah. She'd be like, I'm back with Bear. As Kyle
would
would talk.
It made sense to me, even if you did, because you made him during the
during our
backstory to
backstory.
say, all right, you're done being a thief. You have to go back to life good.
Yeah.
He would still go home. Like he would still go back to his city from which he was from and do that. So he is in the same town Braddock is, where they both kind of grew up together. And
so Braddock is here.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
How many items did you guys walk away with?
I got 3 stuff.
Yeah, we're going to find out next,
One.
I guess. What we got.
Well, so what I was hoping at some point, I'm glad everything worked out the way that it did, because it was definitely the better thing. But because he grabbed that random amulet that you were like, I'll figure out what that does later. I was like, we should be able to use this somewhere in here.
I probably would have let it fly if someone said.
But I like the octopus and the whole
That was
thing.
just entertaining to steal more stuff.
Yeah.
Then I was like, wait a minute, I can stretch out.
Yes.
It was a giant octopus that makes
Huck
you
him
feel a
to the
little bit better.
ceiling, and I'm glad that I still was wearing my meat tie.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Completely
I'm
misplaced.
surprised you let me get away, because it's not like it is sausages or anything. It's
Like,
literally
it's
still
someone's
meat.
intestines.
It's what a dog.
Yeah.
Is that left over from the Colin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I completely... I was like, wait, he's got a meat tie?
Yeah, that was
I
Colin's
was just
suggestions.
ending. I had a good time. Why not?
Yeah.
Sure,
Of course you did.
yeah.
I like it.
I'm liking that I don't know why, but Name's just swapping shit for his little trinkets and stuff.
No, I've actually really enjoyed that aspect. Yeah.
It's like a... What was that? What are those called? A kender.
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah,
That's basically what I'm kind of playing.
Yeah,
with.
Name is. He's just when the Kender race gets released, we're just going to swap that. He's been a Kender the whole time.
Is that actually in work? You're joking? Are they actually going to do that?
I don't know. You tell us, Wizards of the Coast.
We'll
not
see you in 3 years.
They took. By the time this out, Kender's been out for 3 years. They did something special for Forgotten Realms, so I'm assuming they'll eventually get to Dragon Realms, or not
Dragonlance?
Dragonlance. Yeah. But Dragonlance has always been, to my knowledge, less popular than Forgotten Realms, so I don't know. If
The movie sucked.
It's been around forever.
Name's kind
that
of
was Coast. We love you.
he's kind of playing like my one old D&D character did to a degree. I had a Kender Paladin that you could not kill. He couldn't do anything, but you could not kill him. He ended up getting like 4 levels ahead of the party because at the same point that I picked him, Kyle put a gauntlet level in that if you made it to the end of the gauntlet, you got an extra level. And my guy just would keep doing it day after day because whenever he would almost... But it also would kill you. Like, if you didn't make it, you died. But you couldn't kill him. Because at the very least, he had, like, some kind of gift where, like, he defaulted, like, teleported back to a temple.
Yeah.
If he was about to die.
Nice.
And
So
the
you just...
luck of a Kender on top of that.
Yeah, there was so much stuff. You just couldn't kill him.
Once again, Kyle, I love you for being such a generous
Yeah.
DM.
I mean, honestly, like, you people obviously at home listening, you can't see the faces that he makes.
No, yeah.
Whenever, I mean,
Oh, that's
in particular, Name, Mike, but it's, all of us, it's just just the looks on his faces. It's like, wow, we broke his brain.
Dejection.
Yeah,
We didn't break his brain. He's merely calculating how much of his life he wasted to make these really complicated levels. And then I'm like, I turned into an octopus. Mother effer. Really? Well, there goes 3 nights.
But again, I mean, thank you for at least letting the rolls be low enough too to because when I rolled like an 8, but plus 2 or whatever it was, but it was just like, that's low. I'm not going to be able to huck him up there. And you're like, fine, you do that. I'm like, yay, because it's cool.
I always try to keep in mind that, like, those numbers being high are supposed to be for hard things.
Yeah.
Throwing, your guy's a giant barbarian. Throwing an octopus.
Throwing
shouldn't be-
octopus
yeah.
is
It's like everyday stuff with this guy. Just you just hurl
Who's your major?
octopus.
Hucking octopus. I actually have that skill.
Hucking octopi.
Hucking octopi.
Never
Yeah.
thought the feet would come up.
Yeah. Again, like walking through doors.
It was a very specific feat, but I appreciate you taking it.
I knew somewhere deep in my heart that my true love Name would come after. I knew deep in my heart that once Tor would depart.
It is interesting watching the dynamic of the group suddenly change.
We were all really taken to now, man.
Hated him by ear. Immediately realized how much we actually hated Tor.
Next time on Name Check.
And now Rat's the grumpy puss.
Well, when you throw a rope to him to walk downstairs, he's gonna get a little offended.
Leach, that was beautiful. And I'm like, yes, I totally get it.
Piss him off a little bit.
I just should Beaker was bawling laughing.
Probably.
Oh my god. I also like the image of you standing right next to him, like, I'm right here. And being like, shh, shh, shh. Rat needs to get up.
I'm just glad you let me go with the creepy penguin dancing.
That was great.
I'm gonna, the worst part was all I could think about when you were doing that was the penguin from Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Penguin.
Oh, I see how it is, Mr. Penguin.
That's
The
even
human size.
I like too that you did the old like 1930s or like cartoon thing where the guy just looks at his booze and he's like, we're doing the Dawn of the Dead theme over here. He's dancing as a
I
penguin.
thought that was that's not. I thought I was doing the baby elephant dance, but that's a different one.
No, that's a different one. We were doing the Dawn of the Dead.
Okay,
Yeah.
Slightly different.
Slightly different.
Slightly different.
But copyright free. It's ours now. It's ours now. We own that.
And I knew I could have jumped out the window, but it was more fun to screw with the guard.
Oh, yeah.
The creepy doll moving around.
I don't blame it. A little bit, I blame it.
Yeah. Well, they were already gone, so that part I didn't feel bad about. 'Cause it
Did we
wasn't
go
breaking
fast
anything.
enough for you?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
There was 2 points I couldn't even tell you where they were. Where I was like, oh, okay, it was very early on, and you guys slowed down. I was like, all right, yeah, we're not going to do this fast. But then all of a sudden, yeah, it picked up, and you guys were really fast on everything.
Yeah.
I think that went great. We might do more missions like that.
Yay! Break them.
Yeah.
Force us to do stuff on the fly.
Yeah.
I'm just impressed now, like the little RP there with Toady, and I'm like, hey, yeah, we're cool now.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's great.
I was like, hey, Toady, all right, you're all right.
Everybody made up that better. You're better with Toady. Wrath is so much better with Colin.
Yeah, oh, I'm in a good place with Colin. Right
Him being dead and dismembered.
But the last of him is now in a dog's stomach.
That's fine. At least he went to some good use.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally.
He'll
Yeah.
be shit soon.
It's Colin.
I just think everyone tried to cast spells and couldn't do it. I was like, I gotta play too. It didn't really add anything, but it made me personally happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we will catch you next time on Name Check.
bother doing a backstory?
Because apparently you guys might want to stay at this world.
I like our character.
I'm not blaming you. That's just
Our group dynamic's pretty fun. It's really evolving.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome to Behind the DM Screen. Where
stick.
Fine, you can introduce yourself,
No, it's
DM.
too late
no,
now.
no, go ahead.
I don't want.
Go ahead. You'll never know with the power of that.
Welcome to the DM screen.
Welcome to the DM screen.
Welcome to the
Behind the
DM.
screen.
I had something and I forgot it.
Or,
so
yeah.
don't-
Oh, yeah,
Welcome
it
to
is
the
behind.
DM.
It's
Behind.
Screen DM behind.
Wait, what do we call it? Welcome to Behind the DM Screen?
Behind the DM screen, yeah.
Welcome to the
DM's
screen
behind?
behind the DM.
Like I said, behind the scenes.
There is one.
We're still workshopping.
So,
So that's
That
a
was-
lot. We got a lot of ground to cover.
We got a lot
that
of
was,
ground
yeah.
to cover.
where do we
First
start?
thing I want to do, I want to know, because we started talking about it off air and you guys yelled at me to keep it on air, which is better. How much of your plans since the last recording session did we fuck up, not follow, any of that?
Well, you were supposed to fight the mummy of Paladi.
How tough was he going to be? How tough was he going to be?
He was tough. Like,
Okay.
not like, oh my god, the party's going to die tough, but tough. You did get out of fighting him once, and I was kind of okay with that at the time because I always planned for him to come back at this point anyway. And I was like, all right, fine. Nope, there it goes again. All right, fine.
You probably had awesome abilities.
Oh,
too,
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I created it from the ground up. I didn't even use the mummy in the book.
Oh.
Yeah. so F you guys.
Yeah, all right,
He's
sounds
just
about
shaking
right.
his fist at us.
When we have the end of game fight all the bosses again montage
Yeah,
sequence,
yeah,
they'll
yeah.
come back up.
Yeah, in a row.
And he'll somehow
Does it
get
count if we
interrupted.
never fought him?
No, yeah, he'll get interrupted. Be like, Paladi,
It's a chase
you're
sequence.
wanted on the phone.
He's going to go the path of the fancy guy from the first episode that you guys completely ignored and I had to write out of the
At
script.
least we talked to Paladi.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's actually gotten more screen time. So that you messed up, but obviously, I think this is clear as day. Going in and wrecking the dwarven shrine early was totally my plan. And
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, that I was like,
We didn't wreck it. We went to fix it.
Yeah, we did.
yeah, I was literally like,
I love
I
that it was like a good-natured, like, no, in honor of Tor, I want to clean it up and then get out of here. We're gonna fucking mess you up.
yeah, that's what our friend would
Shouldn't
want.
be here.
Yeah.
Peter, we didn't go in. They pushed Name first. Name, we just tried to clean up the windows, open it up, get some air in there. You know, spring cleaning, as it were.
Yeah, that did not go as planned. Then I thought you guys were getting back on track when you were like, all right, we're going to do a heist. But then, as you guys named it, you did the Prince Ali on me. So,
I like the subtle twist.
Yeah,
The drunk version of
The
it.
drunk
Yeah.
version. Yeah, the
With a
adult
kangaroo.
drunk Ali.
version. Yeah, with the drunk kangaroo.
Yeah.
That's now our answer for a lot of things. I just got him drunk.
Get him drunk. It works.
Send
every
the
time.
penguin and it's fine.
Like,
No one's gonna believe him.
I like because I was here this morning when Kyle was writing up this whole thing, and it was a good long time even that I was here, and he was like, obviously don't look at it, we didn't even use the map that he was drawing
Yeah,
at the
yep,
time.
nope. They
Was-
skipped over the thing that I spent hours drawing.
Was there the full dwarven mission filled out too?
Yeah, the Dwarven mission. I always do that when I give you guys options. There's a lot of, even way back when you guys went first to the Red Halls, I had 3 different ways because you guys could have joined the Pearl Daggers and stuff. So I think that's just a generic part of DMing. You know you're going to have to create stuff that's never going to get used. I typically throw it in a file somewhere so that when something similar comes up, I can be like, oh, okay, let me, use it or steal a lot of it at least.
So all like your clever traps don't go to waste and things like that.
Exactly, yeah, because sometimes I do come up with
Join
something
the
awesome.
marble
you guys-
rapiers.
Yes, the marble rapiers.
What other material and weapon can we name our gang after?
So after that, you went into the inner circle, and that actually went pretty much exactly how I went. Obviously, I didn't know exactly
It's
what
more of a
crazy-
narrative kind
Yeah,
of.
exactly. I didn't know exactly what antics you guys would pull in there, but I wanted to make it fun.
Yeah.
I have to say, I wasn't expecting the Lion Ring, and that was a good call. I actually rolled for it to see if the magic would affect it or not, because, again, something that I didn't really think of, but it didn't, obviously, it didn't work.
That was fun though.
that was a fun turn.
Yeah, that was
I'm
cool.
glad we got to use it again.
Yeah.
Roddock was supposed to be a much more of a badass, but you guys just critted multiple times.
No,
in
I
a row.
love that he completely flubbed it too, because in Court's eyes, it's just like, well, yeah, you were always a fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not looking forward to the next recording session because clearly we blew all of our 20s on this one.
It's all fun.
So worth it,
yeah.
though.
If it makes you feel any better, so did I, though. So
You
there's
did.
just gonna be lots of missing.
I like.
That's the secret. You always roll 20 with your weighted dice, so we have to have you roll
we have to
for
get you
us.
to roll. Yeah, no combat. I liked though the way, because I mean obviously you didn't know I was going to crit. You didn't know Kevin was going to crit on Braddock. But I like that you had him do that badass maneuver, but he's still being charged by a raging barbarian on top of on top of an elk. Hey, so he was like, yeah. So it kind of worked. Even then, narratively, that he's like tries to be badass and is immediately like, and then gets his ass handed to him.
This was the Court section of the arc.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it actually kind of pans
worked.
out pretty well.
Yeah.
I have to say, like, for the most part, I've learned with this game that we spent, like, we'll spend 15 minutes being like, him and home, what should we do, versus just charging in, and it ends up being so much better.
So much better.
Whenever we plan, like, these intensive battle strategies, they're worthless.
Yeah.
But we just run in and just, like, what the hell is that barbarian doing on an elk?
Yeah.
It's just better.
Yeah, it is.
Dangling from
Shock
a
and awe.
chandelier.
Yeah.
Lighting
Cutting and stabbing a wall.
lighting everything on fire.
Lighting the entire Thieves Guild on fire.
Using cutlery.
Yeah, thank God that building was stone.
I kept thinking that most of the time through. I was like, well, it's dwarven stones. Like, not much is going to burn.
Yeah,
The stuff inside is burning, but it's not spreading or anything.
I mean, the lack of oxygen, we were all getting a little dizzy, but that's
So, not Duran Choi.
Wait, that was a constant thing throughout.
We're gonna
too.
be
Yeah,
in
I'm
trouble
actually really
when
glad.
Duran comes back.
When Duran comes back,
and Braddock's in the same room.
I feel like, nope, done.
I attack my mom.
Whichever one, I don't care.
They're the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm actually really glad you guys kept doing that because every time I typing something up in notes, I swap their names all the time, and I kept staring at it like this isn't close. Why do I keep doing that? So now I have other people doing it. I'm like, okay, good. It's not me.
It's not one of our four names, so therefore, or anyone. Well, it is from his backstory and yours, actually.
The intimidating figures on each of our backstories. It's like, I don't know, they're probably the same one.
But yeah, I like that he went down kind of like a wuss. I like that.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to be like major threat. Like nobody was going to die definitely from him, but
Right.
he was supposed to at least get a turn.
Or at least get the roll initially.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it worked out perfectly, though,
Yeah.
with the crits and things, and I was very happy that one moment, and I wish I asked for a point. In
A heroic moment?
A heroic
I
moment
really-
after doing, like, the speech and then rolling a 20 on that.
I just
Yeah.
remembered. I
So
wrote it down. I
satisfying.
still have one. I loved you rubbing your blood in his face and then just
Yeah.
taunting him. That was badass.
Yeah, that was
bitchy.
good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
I was angry at him a lot.
I can imagine. I mean, you're an actor, so great. There's that. Yeah. But even afterwards, when he holds up Jade's necklace and things like that, like I just watching. Obviously, people at home can't see it. Just watching you try and determine, like, should I kill this bugger and just fuck it, or should I what we need?
Well, and that's the beautiful thing about this too. Everybody's making acting choices. We're playing our characters. It's not like a full-on like theatrical production, but everybody is making very similar choices to what an actor would make on stage or
Yeah,
screen.
especially when
Like,
you're ad-libbing and
yeah.
So was that a bluff? Like when he held up the two neck, like I thought, like that he had her someplace else versus
she was
she was
a
just
bluff.
in
It was
the.
a total bluff. It was just and obviously one he thought of. Hence the items were in his pocket at the time. He just knew that he needed to get your guess and distance. And
Could we have killed him?
Huh?
Could we have killed him?
Could you have killed him? Certainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
That
wasn't
was-
always just gonna like Mephisto or anything. Like I'm done and just
No,
get
no,
bamped
he
out.
didn't
Okay.
have. I mean, I guess hypothetically it wasn't planned, but he could have just used said Jade amulet because you're not going to kill a swarm of.
Well, obviously,
butterflies.
with the way it ended with the door opening and him going through, like even right before the killing blow landed, that could have happened or whatever.
Yeah.
too, you know,
There
but-
were ways, but his character could have been.
Okay.
I try not to lock many people into can't be killed.
Right.
Because God, who hates that in a video game?
Yeah.
When you're like, no, I want to kill him now.
No, now you go into the cinematic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to play through it
Yeah,
all.
then he leaves and you have to fight him again later when he
Yeah.
should be weaker and he's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So no, you could have killed him. There was just a couple cards. He actually had a decent amount of health left too, in case the combat did go longer. But yeah, death was certainly on the table. It was possible.
Okay.
So what's in the egg?
Oh, well, let me say it on this and not on the air.
Yeah.
I just had to. I realized I hadn't written that down earlier. It's like,
Oh.
that could be important. Right?
Yeah.
Did you write it down?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I have it.
yeah. That is important.
Okay.
I can.
Well, that's what I thought.
He's not going to get
with
his omelet.
What's that?
Said he's not going to get his omelet otherwise.
No, that's true.
just
Well, I
have
kind
a
of
feeling-
thought with bringing Beelzebub up, maybe when that portal was opening, I thought it was going to be Mephisto.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
I have the feeling, and this is just, I have no idea, it's me speaking out of turn. I have the feeling that there's going to be some inter-party fighting coming up, I think.
Yeah, I'm interested to see because all the magic items were like cancel magic effects, so I don't think magic's going to go too well coming up in the future because that was everything we kept handing them.
What?
Good
That's
thing I
fine.
can turn into animals still.
It's not like that's all I
It actually
do.
reversed magic effects. That's why when you hit him and he was cursed by ugly, he became beautiful.
So then when you fire a laser at him, it'll heal him instead.
That's a magic item.
Oh god, so then we can kill the end bosses with healing.
That's the one thing you'll never do.
In order to defeat them, you must do the one thing that no one has ever done.
Heal.
No one's healed in these lands for
I am-
hundreds of years.
Roll to apply bandages.
He's doing it. Epic moment.
Really committed. Yeah, I don't know.
We did a lot. I'm trying to remember what
We
else
did a lot. I'm trying to remember too. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That was fun.
you know, it's funny because you did a lot, but you also did it was literally 2
Yeah.
missions is all you guys
I
did
know,
today.
but it feels
Yeah.
like it was.
That's because we screwed everything up. We made our own one mission that we weren't supposed to do.
Yeah.
With fighting
We
the orcs.
finished the temple. We got ourselves healed. We talked to Jade. We went to the Thieves Guild. We infiltrated that. We went to the
He's
the
good,
heist thing, yeah.
Well, what I call a mission is like just for fun behind the screen. Going to Jade. So you got the scepter. Going to the guild, getting into it, seeing the board, picking a mission, completing the mission was a mission. Like,
Did you have
all
a
that,
personal preference of mission that we would do? I know that's a loaded question, but
Probably, if I had to pick, I was hoping you guys were going to do a fake out taking
Like
Court's head.
a fake prisoner.
Because I didn't have anything built in. That was literally me being like, go for it. You know, that was going to be me winging it.
Right.
But instead, you guys picked the mission I spent hours on and then just screwed it over. As though I shouldn't have just won it.
So, but in theory, we could have skipped that mission you spent hours on anyway.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I don't
that's-
feel as just mostly.
Yeah, and there was another option beyond that, too.
yeah.
And as, we
So-
said then, I can keep the map. It's not like it's trash. It'll go in my folder. And
Oh, I burned it.
Oh.
Was that supposed to be a fighting mission originally, or what was your envisions for it?
There was... So you could have snuck through. There was a very deliberate path to get
okay.
through that actually did rely on Blag's portable hole. But there was
Not
one...
so much as heraldry.
Yes, exactly.
It was good.
It was.
there was
That was
one...
off the cuff.
There was one way I built in,
Maybe
and
it's
then
heraldry.
Where he said all the names about Wrath.
Presenting.
Oh, sorry, a little slow.
That's fine.
Emperor. I should
Yeah,
say.
I built in one passageway that basically you could get from an entrance to the thing without passing any guards.
Okay.
And that being said, any divergence would have had a couple guards. How quick and silently you took them out. I was kind of hoping it'd be like a stealth mission type thing where every now and then you'd have to take someone out real quick. But that didn't happen. But
Just got him drunk and
yeah. Just got him drunk and took his stuff and left after rolling 13 20s.
Because we had an epic party.
Yeah. We know how to throw a party.
The legend of Emperor Tor grows as the best party thrower ever.
Even posthumously.
True.
And also a tiefling now.
Brother.
Taurs, he can be many different races all in one.
Why,
Anyone
I
can be
remember
Tor.
when Tor was in the Lichstone Empire, he was but a dwarf. I was there when he threw the epic
The
party.
most rocking bitchin' party.
ever.
I would say you guys missed a lot of stuff I built into the Thieves Guild. Like there's the one tunnel you never even went down with the practice rooms.
training.
Yeah.
I assume that was where the Queen of the Slurms were.
Yes, it was.
So, I didn't want to go down.
It's actually where Duran's body. No.
They use it for target practice.
They just needed a court. They were like, that's the one.
We needed another dummy.
Yeah.
No, but there were several buildings there you guys never really even walked into. I expected there was a couple hidden Easter eggs, I would call them, in the tavern.
It was a tavern?
Yeah,
That's
the very
where we
first
first
building
walked
walked
in.
in.
I was.
Oh, yeah, we
thinking
were
of
so.
getting
It was
a
just
drink.
like back room. Like there was no thought. I put bagpipes in there.
You did put back.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what would have
He died.
happened if Beaker had never told Wrath about the egg?
It basically was going to come up one way or another.
Well, you it was a joke because you, as Beaker, told him. So
Oh, I don't get jokes.
That's all right.
Yeah, it sounded like a real query to me.
I thought you meant more like if you guys didn't inspect the shop. So
Yeah.
Now the egg had a couple different ways where it would come up. I was hoping that would be the way where you guys would just go to the shop and he would be like, "Hey, Bubs, what's
I
that?"
want that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want that.
Can you tell us what the tavern Easter eggs would have been? Or are
I
you gonna
cannot.
save them?
Yeah, some of them
Okay.
can be saved. So we're gonna.
I definitely think we were supposed to fight Bagpipe Guy.
Oh yeah, he was the main
Oh, it's
villain.
supposed to be, but that would have revealed Court's disguise. It's supposed to be a battle band.
Just
though.
a battle.
Bagpipes,
yeah.
bagpipes shoot darts and stuff out of it, or
Yeah.
gas. Like, you can do a lot with stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's Fergus's main weapon.
Yeah.
I got excited with Ferg. I didn't think I'd see him again.
I know.
No, I got excited too.
I was hoping,
As soon as you went, I was like, yes, it's Fergus.
That's what I couldn't remember. I didn't think.
Oh, that's my question for you. I'm sorry. How soon did you guys was it not till I said or when I said the shimmer of gold and all that
Not the
stuff?
Shimmer of Gold.
Shimmer Gold was.
I think that was like one of Court's
Yeah, I thought
other
for a
people that had like a
second it was
golden
like-
sword or something.
Yeah, I was like, is that Frenchie's armor
Yeah.
or something?
Italian
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, whatever.
Now I can't remember.
If
Same
Italy
basic
actually
thing.
exists,
He's Spanish in my world because I can't do
he's
Italian.
Spanish. I mean, Spanish Italian.
He's something.
I can't do an Italian
Everybody
accent
hears
for the life of
something
me.
different.
I cannot
I'm
do
Italian. I can do it. It's again the Bobby the Boobity.
Yup, that's exactly what
Okay.
you're like. That wasn't offensive
That
at all.
was a choice.
I'm
That was
Italian. I
something.
know what that's from. My great grandparents were fresh off the boat.
So now I can't remember, and I feel bad, but I don't know. I think Ferguson was actually more magical than mechanical, but I don't remember.
I'm sorry, say it again?
Was Fergus?
Yeah, he's
magical
in
or
nature,
mechanical?
Yeah.
Okay.
Magical in nature.
Yep.
Still gave him upgrades.
Oh, I accepted it.
You still
Also,
upgrade the armor to which he is magic.
That's actually what
I had
took it.
daggers in it and whatever,
Nice.
whatever you need.
Poison
also just
darts.
like a weird thing.
Yeah.
You say Lilith, and I immediately. I guess I've been watching too much Frasier because I thought I'm like, oh, BB Newirth.
Yeah, his
Special
full name-
guest last episode.
His full name was. There's a whole background to this. I don't think it'll ever come on the podcast, but sometimes.
It's coming up right now in podcast.
Well, you know what I mean in the official episodes. But his name was Lilith, and the reason he never tells anyone is because Fergus always calls him Lilith, and he hates it. And sometimes he calls him Lily and stuff like that. So I built that in a while ago, which is why when you first ask, he's like, you can't pronounce it in your tongue.
I'm excited he's coming back.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun.
Someone
like
needs to
that
throw a
one.
hammer at him. I'm just saying.
I don't think any of us have a hammer.
Someone just needs to be like, "This is for Tor," and he'll just nod and be like, "Yeah."
Tor would have wanted it this way.
Yeah.
He'll give you a guy.
Which is exactly which is exactly why we're not doing it.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm intrigued to see. Where he's going. I mean, there's a lot of loose ends yet to be tied up, and I don't think you're capable of doing it.
I don't even know what's going on. I
Yeah.
make it up per minute.
I will.
You should at this point.
Yeah.
One last thing, though, I will say, like, sometimes in this madness of us making up these things, some of these moments just come off perfectly. Like when we were attacking all those orcs in the Dwarven Temple, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, Court, it's your turn. I'm like, I'm going to call Jade real quick. Be like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
we're in the Dwarven Temple fighting these orcs. She's like, oh, shit. You're at the entrance to the
You're
guild.
stupid.
Yeah, that was really
The
well
end.
timed too, because that moment my mind was racing. I was like, "How do I subtly hint?" Nope, because I
don't
guess
take
I should
hints.
say obviously hint because I already gave a couple subtle ones.
Tried to pay us off, not letting that
Yeah.
go. That's bullshit.
Please, I'll give you money. Just don't do this.
A lot of money.
I'm giving you imaginary money. Spare my campaign.
There you go. We're fighting these guys.
Tried to bribe
We
us
made a
for-
choice.
They push Dominic.
We don't take bribes.
Well, thank you guys as always for playing. And
Thank you.
Yeah, it was
Thank
fun.
you.
For
and
being
for
able to
listening.
wing it.
Thanks for all that work that you didn't get to use.
Yeah.
That's being a DM.